What's going on, everybody? My name is Ben, and welcome back to another episode of the 12 Sprues of Christmas. This is day number 9, and we are moving right along today, guys. We're going to pull out a kit, we're going to build it, and put it on our tree. But before we get started, let me just go ahead and wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I hope you guys have a chance to get out there, get some bench time, or hang out with family and friends. Do whatever it is that makes you happy. You deserve it. So let's go ahead and move on to our drawing box. As you can see, we have the first row completed, second row is completed as well, and we're moving on to the third row. Now, I'm hoping that we get something really awesome out of this first pull. I don't know exactly what we're going to get, but, well, it's got to be better than the last kit. The IL2 was super short on details, so I'm hoping for something a little bit nicer. Punch on through here. Let's go ahead and fish around inside and see what we have. Okay, I think I've got it. Oh, check it out. This should be fun. This is an Su-27 flanker. Now, it's modern Russian aircraft. I have never built a modern Russian aircraft before, so this should be a lot of fun. This is Revell 1/144th, skill level 3, and we've had some really good luck with Revell, at least in the past couple of episodes. So I'm hoping that this continues that trend, and we can build a really awesome little Su-27. Pull out the internals here and see what we've got. Again, single poly bag, nothing fancy there. One sheet of instructions, and then our decals. Our decals look pretty nice, though. We have our stars, we have some tactical numbers, we have some green flashing, but I'm thinking I'm just going to paint that on wherever it may be, so that's not that big of a deal. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and put those aside. And the instructions, wow, these are full color, super glossy, very nice, high quality instructions. That's kind of nice to see. We have all the parts and pieces nicely, cleanly laid out, so that's nice. No internal detail, though, for the cockpit. That's a little disappointing. But we do have the ability to fold those landing gears up, so that's good. Can put a nice ornament there on our tree. And in terms of parts, yeah, single poly bag, they look nice. Finely recessed panel lines, nothing too crazy. I don't know about overall fit, but like I said, the last couple of Revells have been super nice and have fit together very, very well. So I'm hoping this continues that same trend. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and pull out the parts. We're going to queue up a time lapse, and we're going to get this thing built up, and we're going to see what happens. I'm hoping that we can get everything finished up in a nice, timely manner, and nothing jumps out at us and delays us. Got to get these kits built. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, everybody, so I wanted to take a quick pause here in our time lapse and talk a little bit about the kit itself so far. We are having a few issues here and there with some fit. This kit isn't as nice as the other Revell kits that I've built, but it's still coming together, and I think it's going to be a neat little build anyway. The front nose area, I think that's actually not correct. Doesn't feel like a flanker nose to me. It looks a little bit too short and not as round as I have typically noticed flanker nose cones to be. So that's a little disconcerting. Also, the fit on the landing gear covers just is not very good. We have to do a lot of work on that to get those to fit. But so far, we're moving right along. Also, I did notice, aside from there being no detail in the cockpit, there's actually no detail in the engines either. So you can look through the intakes and see right out the burner cans. We're going to have to blank those off though, and that shouldn't be that hard to fix. I just wish there was a bit more detail on those different areas. So moving right along, we have our canopy all nicely masked. I airbrushed on the inside of that a flat black color, and I also airbrushed the inside of the cockpit area and the fuselage flat black as well. Now this should keep anyone from looking down inside. It's just going to be tinted blacked off. That's fine. There's no details in there anyway. So we're going to glue down the canopy, and then we're going to be able to move on to priming, pre-shade, paint, and then finally post-shade and gloss coat. So this is moving right along. Again, some of the fit issues have been tiring. There's just gaps around different areas I just have not been able to fill. So, you know, it is what it is, but still overall, it's a really neat looking little aircraft. Again, I wish the nose was more correct, and I wish there was some internal detail, but there's just not. I mean, we're just going to roll with it. It's a neat looking airplane anyway, and I'm going to try to use this more for the exterior paint and learn how to do Russian camo. So now let's move on with priming, painting, get this all squared away. All right, moving right along, everybody. As you can see, we have our SU-27 all painted up. We've got our gloss coat on. I've done a little bit of post shade. It looks a little dark for me in certain areas, but I'm going to roll with it. I think it's fine. We have also gotten that silver on the engines and the burner cans, so that looks pretty neat. We've done our missiles up as well. Those are ready for detail painting, just black tips on a few of those. And we are ready for decals. So moving on to the decals, I've got my microsol, my microset. We're going to be using our brushes as usual. Now, I will mention I do use two different brushes. The gold one here is for microset, and the silver one is for microsol. And we're going to just cut out our decals and place them on the aircraft. It's not a lot of them, so this should go pretty quick. All right, everybody, we are back, and we have a finished 1/144 scale SU-27 flanker by Revell. A really nice little kit, not exactly what you would call super detailed, but I like it. I think it turned out decently. It's going to look great on my tree. That was the whole point of it anyway. So you can see here, we've got a flat coat made of Winsor Newton matte varnish, as well as a little bit of Future. Really, I like that mixture a lot. It gives me a nice satin finish. You might have noticed I did make one paint error. I actually painted the vertical stabilizers with matching green stripes on the leading edge right there. That's actually incorrect, so I have corrected it there on the left vertical stabilizer. It's only on the right stabilizer, so I've got that all squared away. And like I said, it is a Christmas ornament, so I have my hook here made out of a paper clip, bent into shape, and then my twisted wire eyelet. We are ready to hang this on the tree. But overall, guys, like I said, this was a really fun little build, and I had a lot of fun with that camo pattern. I probably could have done something a little bit different with the burner cans. I could have made that a little darker metal, maybe given some accents here and there. But I mean, it's 1/144 scale, and it's just going to go on my tree, so it's not like it's going to be that noticeable. The missiles seem to be fine. I don't really know much about modern-day Russian aircraft. Honestly, a great little kit, though. Super inexpensive. Much better designed than the Academy F-16, but not quite up to par of the other Revell kits I have built so far on this series. Despite the difficulties with the nose and with the intakes, I just had a blast with this one. That paint scheme is pretty cool. Very complicated, but I think it turned out much better than I anticipated. We're going to go ahead and call it quits for today. Day number 9 is finished up. We're going to move right on to day number 10. And we'll have something up for you guys in a couple of days. But until then, you guys know the drill. Go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool. Have a safe and happy holiday, and we'll see you back here on the next episode of our 12 Sprues of Christmas. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.